That's how it has to be all the time. I think that this game obviously meant a lot to Buddy, Ty, and some guys on our staff, and I think that we had a little extra sense of motivation to go out there and get the job done. But that's got to be mentality every night. The way we were just covering for each other, the way we were talking, the way we were just rotating. I like our chances when we play like that.
You guys were leading going into the fourth in both of your last two games before this. This time you actually closed it out. What do you sense you guys did better this time to finish the game?
I think game management was a lot better. I think, last night, our shot selection wasn't the crispest. And tonight, this guy right here obviously made some big shots, some big plays down the stretch. Tyrese did a good job of, handling the rock towards the end of the game, and, it was a real difference maker.
Buddy, he just said this one meant a little more to you. What did this one mean to you, especially to get the win?
It was, especially against the old team, it's always good to win. But, it's just a regular game, approach it, and I approach it the right way. Of course, it's not a lot of booze. As last time, it was like, as last time, but, we got to light the beam tonight, so it was good.
Take me through that dunk. Where do you rank that amongst your career?
Probably top.
That's number one. I'm going to tell you right now, that's number one for sure.
It's probably number one for sure. It was good, especially against the old team. Yeah, for sure.
How close is the contest with you and Tyrese right now?
Probably dunk. I think Tyrese got more dunks, but that one is top one. Ranking top spots, like the best of the 10. I'm standing number one.
I guess to take us through that play, I guess what did you see on the baseline there? How did you know you were going to be able to get up for that?
I just know, I'm never the one really cutting in the middle or cutting baseline. I'm always one to trying to space the floor, but I saw opportunity to get to the rim, and as I saw it opening, and that's all she wrote. I just get up and I trust my legs, and it was fun to see me on the rim, though. The teammates was excited. They always joking and laughing at me not dunking the ball, and it's a big locker room joke, but it's fun to get a dunk like that and to see them laughing and having fun on the sideline is pretty dope.
I think there's two other plays for you in that fourth. I think there was a three that you hit when I think they got back within one.
Right.
I think they missed a dunk and you hit that, and then obviously the offensive rebound in the last minute to keep that possession alive. I guess just kind of take me through each of those plays and how key do you think those were in keeping you guys ahead?
Just trying to make winning plays, man, and that's what Ron said. And on the board, you got to be gritty, and you got to make gritty plays like that and come up with a loose ball. Last game, like Myles said, we didn't make shots and take the best shots in closing the game, and we give up a lot of offensive rebounds. So we were just trying to make winning plays, and we all did a collective as a group. And it was a great game management by Tyrese, Myles, everybody, coaching staff, and get up the W.
Myles obviously talked about this earlier, but just the number of loose balls you guys came up with. I mean, just the block shots, just sort of all of those pieces seem to come together for you guys tonight. Just how important was that to preserving this one?
We talk about, our 50-50 balls all the time, and, we want to make sure we win that matchup, game in and game out. There's been times where I feel like we've slipped on that the past few games, and tonight, that wasn't the case. And, normally when you make those hustle plays and make the extra effort, things bode well in your favor.
Aaron played another big role tonight too. Can you guys both speak to maybe how have you seen him? Where have you seen him grow the most maybe this season?
Confidence, man, absolutely. Aaron's just knocking down shot after shot. He goes out there and guards, the other team's biggest matchup every single night. He brings it. He got a dog mentality, and that's what Indiana basketball's about. I think he really just encompasses what it means to be a Pacer, and I think that we love him here. We're glad he's on our side, and if for us to get to where we need to be, he's got to continue to play like this. We're in his ear all the time about just playing with, that supreme confidence, and he's bringing it.
Like what Myles says, from supreme confidence, he's doing a good job, just locking in, and you just got to keep on just encouraging him, and he's guarding the best matchup every night, and he's guarding LeBron, he's guarding the Kyrie, he's guarding the KDs, and making shots. That's pretty hard to do, and run down and sprint and how the way we play. Hats off to him, man. He brings that dog mindset to our team.
Absolutely.
That we need.
But you guys have won 3 straight first quarters now after that spell of like 11 of 12. What have you felt has been the difference kind of this week in changing that?
I mean, obviously Zero is back. The way he pushes the ball. We're not gonna no disrespect on our point guards, but he just brings a different aspect to our game. The way he pushes the ball, his passing ability, playmaking ability, and the way he can shoot it. The pace he plays with. He's just so when you run in transition, you just gotta you don't know what he's gonna do, and he can pull up in three. He's always no looking passing on play, so he just has this knack for just making the right play, and that's what he's been doing for us, making the right play for us.
Myles, what's the fun of the battle with you and Domas? You guys know exactly what each other's trying to do out there after all those years.
I think it's what it is, and I think something that's doesn't get talked about a lot is that me and Domas didn't really go at each other in practice a lot. We were always on the same team. We were always had the same matchup. So whenever we have a chance to, when we play together for 4 or 5 years, so we know what each other's tendencies, what we like to do. So that's the fun in it, man. You got to give hats off to Domas. He's having a hell of a season. He's brought that that franchise up quite a bit. The way they're playing over there. And it's fun. It's fun going back and forth to them. We're just very, very similar games and whatnot. And I think we both enjoy the challenge, enjoy the battle. Make each other better, and that's what this league's about. I mean, he's someone that I have a relationship with, someone that's going to be a friend, down the line, and we just continue to compete.
We've seen Daniel the last couple of games. How can you see him helping this team through the rest of the season?
Daniel just comes in. He's a veteran, man. He's played in the NBA Finals. That's something that you can't take away from anybody. And I think having that Finals experience and being on those being on championship caliber teams, and he brings that experience to us in this locker room. And he's someone that's been a consummate professional the entire year. He's having to battle his way back from his injury and whatnot, and he's handled it very well. And I think that he's going to come in here and make an impact for us right away. And he's going to keep getting in more and more shape as he plays.
Well, it's been a long time since we've won a game, and so it's great to win. Our guys played super hard. I thought Hield had one of his best all-around games of the season. He rebounded, he hit shots, he defended. He was great. Nesmith was great. Myles had a terrific game. Did a really solid job on Domas. Ty's plus 18 out there. So. What are you going to say about that? I mean, the guy's terrific. I thought if you're going to give a game ball tonight, it probably would go to Tice, who, showed the kind of player he is and the kind of impact he can have on our team. Plus 12 off the bench just gives us a different kind of big, guy that can, that has feel, that has skill, but still has toughness and can protect the rim and do those kinds of things. So much needed victory for us.
Only 104 for the Kings today, one of your best defensive games in a while. I know you guys worked on that earlier this week. Did you see all that kind of come to fruition tonight out there?
Well, we did an awful lot of good things last night too. And, whatever happened in the fourth quarter last night derailed a lot of that positive work. But the idea tonight was to, keep the wheels on the wagon and, stay on the basics, which is just solid team defense, base defense, guard your yard, stick with the basic rules. This is the kind of game, if it was a ballet, they would have kicked our ass. If it's a slugfest, it's more of our kind of game, They're just too good offensively, even without Fox. So just real proud of the guys. And, these games, with Sacramento have been real emotional games this year. It's draining. It takes a lot out of everybody, including them. And it's good to have them behind us. And it's a split. So, it's fine.
Because we're ahead in the fourth quarter, entering both of the last two games and this one, but finished this one tonight. What did you see as the difference to get over that hurdle down the stretch in this time?
We got key stops, made big defensive plays that really mattered. Sacramento, with Domas out there facilitating and 4 shooters running around that can also drive the ball is really hard to guard, and they're just in attack mode, and it's it's tough. They hit some shots, but when it came down to it, there were some big defensive plays made. The rundown block by Nesmith was one of the big plays of the game. Myles' block late was a huge one. And Buddy's dunk at the end was, a major play in the game. And really, he did things, tonight, just in the basic aspect of basketball, coming up with loose balls, rebounding his position, being physical at the point of attack defensively that really shone through.
2 really nice consecutive games from Aaron. Where have you seen him kind of slot in and step up these last 2 games?
Well, yeah, he had that weird illness a week and a half ago, and he was out for a while. And you know, when you're away from the team 2-3 games, whatever it is, you know, a week's time, it's really hard to just come back and just start playing and have your rhythm. And so, you know, he's back into it rhythm-wise. What he's doing a good job of is playing without getting into early foul trouble, which is allowing him to stay in these games. Tonight we subbed him when he got his first foul, which helped that. And I thought O'Shea did a really nice job. O'Shea's been a really dependable role player for us all year. I mean, he's just always in the right place doing his job, and you know, he's been shooting the ball. His shot looks better and better. And tonight he hit 2 big ones, you know, so that was great to see.
You just mentioned Buddy with loose balls and whatnot. You guys ended up with 13 steals tonight. It just seemed like generally you did a better job at chasing down loose balls and just general physical presence. I mean, how much of an improvement have you seen in that area?
Well, we had 9 out of 12 loose balls in the first half, and at halftime we talked about the fact that had to continue. You know, we had to be the ones that were winning those, and I don't know what the count was in the second half. You know, they out rebounded us by a couple, but you know, on the turnover front, you know, we only gave up. Well, actually, we didn't do so great on turnovers, but we did what we needed to do, which was win the game and get this thing, you know, kind of shifted a little bit back to, you know, where we want to be. So Sunday, we got another top team coming in here. You know, we're going to depend on another great crowd, and we'll see where we are then.
Rick, offensively, I think you guys went scoreless in the final 3 minutes. It ultimately obviously didn't matter, but is that maybe this team trying to figure out again, reestablishing how to close games, handle the clutch time? What more, I guess, would you like to see late in games here?
You know, I just think we need to attack the paint as frequently as we can. And we had some pretty good looks during that stretch and just missed them. And when you're missing, your defense has got to hold you in, and that's what happened. You know, we were able to get enough stops to win the game. But it's all a cumulative thing. You know, our strong first quarter helped put us in position in the fourth. You know, even when the league got down to 2 points. I mean, you know, if we had lost the first quarter by a point, you know, it would have been tied at 100 instead of 198. So, you know, everything matters. And you know, we're second night of a back-to-back. They're waiting on us. All things considered, you know, I'm really pleased with how hard we fought.
I mean, like you said, you're just closing out. We were able to stick to the game plan in the fourth quarter, and you know, that was a hard fought game, and you know, you just had to buckle down and make one in place.
From a confidence standpoint, after the last couple of games, you guys have played so well in first halves and didn't have a win to show for it. How significant is being able to pull this one out?
Yeah, this one's huge. It's huge to be able to put this one in the win column, and you know, like I said, it was just a difference between making those 1 or 2 winning plays tonight that we didn't do yesterday. So.
You look really comfortable the last couple of games. What are you seeing? What are you feeling out there?
You know, just playing free. You know, making the most of the opportunities my teammates provide for me, and trying to help make those guys better at the same time.
Overall, I think a really good night defensively. What do you sense enabled that? What was working?
And we stuck to the game plan. We came fired up. We knew they were a fast-paced team. We knew they were the highest scoring team in the NBA. So, with that on mind, we just had to make sure we took care of business on that side of the ball.
You've got Cleveland coming up on Sunday. A lot of those same characteristics. Good offensive players, a lot of weapons. What's the key to carrying that over here in a couple of days?
Physicality, locking in on the defensive side of the floor. You got some very, very talented offensive players over there. So we've already seen them twice. Both of those games are really good games, hard-fought games. So got to take what we learned in those ones and move it to one tomorrow or Sunday.